Hello people, I'm Madison LeCroy and welcome to my home. It's the holidays, so let me show you how we do it here in Charleston. Come on in. All right guys, welcome to my home. So a lot has happened. We have a new home, we have a new baby. When it comes to decorating for the holidays, I always wanted the home to just feel traditional, warm, just kind of like your mom would do it. I have partnered with Minted to have my holiday decor of my dreams. Follow me. Welcome to the dining room. I think some people would say that a table like this is definitely giving Southern. We actually eat here probably 3 times a week. Something about setting the table with fresh arrangements, candles, I just love it. It reminds me of my childhood. For me, I just think that having this set for a dinner party is the perfect way for everybody to feel welcome and wanted. So that's why we went over the top, because that's just who I am. It's my favorite time of the year to host. This is where I try to order all the nicest, bougiest foods and then pretend that I made it. I will tell you this little secret that I learned from Martha Stewart. Always have the candle wick burnt before you have any of your guests over. It just gives it welcomes. It gives that you've actually had a meal here, even though we just set this up for tonight. So that's a little trick that you can take with you and just tell everybody that I taught you. I'm actually hosting some of my friends that you probably know. So the trick to always having a good party is a seating arrangement. I just think it adds the perfect touch with a custom menu. I know you're wondering, what is the seating chart? But I'm not gonna be able to tell you that. So you're gonna have to trust me and just know it's gonna be a wild night. I like to start a little bit of trouble with that. I learned that from the best, Miss Patricia, thank you so much. The seating chart here, I have a feeling by the end of the night it's gonna get intense, but that's why I host the dinner parties. I'm the boss here, they know that. Hosting is the best thing you can do for everybody because I have the nicest house, so everybody needs to do better. Do you see this tree? I mean, it's beautiful. I think the special touch to a tree is always a custom ornament. I think it's a great gift. You can personalize. Obviously, Karen is the head bee of the house. And that's why I picked this, and I will be giving these out for gifts for everybody that's here at the table. All right, guys, let me show you Hudson's room. This is officially like his first big boy room. It's a little bittersweet for me, but we had a lot of fun planning all of this. He actually picked an AI picture. That was troubling, I will say, but I think we executed it perfectly. He's officially a teenager, so my little boy is definitely growing up. The color that he chose is clearly beige, which is one of my favorite colors. Hudson's room in our last house, I call it the starter home because it was way smaller than this home, but I painted it this blue color, ended up being periwinkle. He didn't complain about it, but I absolutely hated it. We survived. Okay, you're not Southern if you don't have monogrammed pillows. This just reads the most Southern, classic, it's traditional around here. So everything is monogrammed. We know whose is what. I just love it. And then you can't have a room without a Christmas tree. So think of like the Biltmore house. That's what I'm trying to execute here. As a child, I was the youngest, so of course I had a Christmas tree, probably like an 8-foot tree because I'm spoiled rotten. So, hello, I had to do it for my son as well. I really am happy how this room turned out, but I cannot wait to show you my favorite room in the house. I'm not gonna lie, when I walked into this room, there was 2 thoughts, man cave or the coolest glam room you've ever seen in your life. Being the good wife and mom that I am, I decided that the man cave was the way to go. And I'm happy with the decision. I mean, this place is sick. I had to make sure that the boys had a space where, they could just hang out, watch football, enjoy, but I spend most of my times up here. I mean, fireplace, cozy, and a big ass tree just makes everything better. It's just giving rich, and that's just the vibe we're going for. I love that this is where we're gonna spend all of our time. There's nothing better than Christmas morning and a luxury big ass tree. Sorry, keep cussing. But yes, I love everything about this tree. I think that over time, I love having little custom elements, like we have a B for Brett and Batty, and then we've got a T for Teddy. Mine is somewhere in here, but you know, I'm sure you can spot it out. If I told you guys what this room looked like before I put my touch on it, you wouldn't believe me. So if you are the previous owners, please stop watching. This room looked scary. It was all white. There was a treadmill in here. No, we're not doing that. It was not the vibe for me. So I think that when the boys, I told them we were doing a man cave, the guys were a little hesitant. I think they wanted cutout, you know, football art, but I made sure that it was gonna be more of like a library cigar feel, and I nailed it. My husband likes to think that he's an interior designer, but I'm here to tell you he's not. He has an opinion, that's for sure, but I don't listen. So it's good because now he can see what I've done for him, and now I think he's kind of started to keep his opinions to himself. Thank goodness, because it is hard when you're trying to combine two people's aesthetics, but overall, I'm happy with it, and I know he is too. When my husband tells me what he would like for personal touches, like for instance, this fireplace, when he was talking to the builder about doing the built outs, the fireplace legit was supposed to be made for Santa Claus. It was this high. It was my size, so it looked ridiculous. So I brought it down a few inches. Yeah. Good choice for me because it looked crazy. I mean, even my son walked in and said, "What are we doing with that?" I was like, don't even talk about it. Of course, you have to have art, and I love a seasonal art. And so of course, we're doing ski resort. I think I'm giving like lodge vibes. What do y'all think? This room is definitely where the family hangs out. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, but this is like one of those sectionals where the feet comes up, the head comes up, but it's still so chic. So this four hands couch, 10 out of 10. We will definitely be hanging out here for Christmas Day because what I'm thinking is we make it a mess, paper everywhere, and then we shut the door. And we forget about it until the next day when my husband has to clean it all up. So don't tell him I said that. Anyways. But yes, love this room. I love everything about it. I think it just screams welcoming and southern, but just cozy. And that's how I want all of my homes to feel. All right, people, thank you for coming and walking through my beautiful home with me, but I have to wrap some presents and I've got to start making dinner. So I will see you guys later.